Hi Jason, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you for agreeing to volunteer for this. Unfortunately, Jessica wasn't able to make it. Jason is one of my practicum clients working in the self-caregiver group, so you have been pre-screened for medical clearance for exercise.
Yes.
You have completed a PARQ.
Yes.
You have some medical conditions occurring in your back, correct?
Yes.
Scoliosis that has been cleared by a medical professional to take part in this kind of training.
Yes.
Awesome. If at any point, Jason, you feel any pain, discomfort, or are unsure about what you're being asked to do and uncomfortable with it, please do stop what we're doing so that I can help work you through it. But this is not hugely complex stuff, and I'll be sure to give you all the instruction you need. Okay? The first thing we're going to do is we've already assessed your weight and your BMI. Your BMI came back at 30, right on the dot, right on that cusp of overweight to obese. Yes?
Yes.
As you know, there are a lot of health-related correlations with obesity. But what's interesting is actually that waist circumference is as much of an indicator of health, and when combined with being overweight or obese, or actually even normal weight, waist circumference can indicate a lot of different health complications. This has to do with the visceral fat that's collecting around the organs of the belly. And so what we're going to do is measure you. Now your posture creates a little bit of a belly distension up at the front, right? So you've got a bit of an unusual stance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come around and I'm going to feel your iliac crest right at the top here of your hip bone. Am I hitting the top of your hip bone?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. That's the point where the bottom of my tape is going to connect with you. I'm going to probably get down low. And let me just find that again. Right there. And I'm going to come around. And I'm going to get you to just raise your arms for me so that I can come around and have a really nice solid line. Okay, there's the hip, there's the tape. So again, there's a bit of an angle on this tape, mostly because of the iliac crest, not a huge amount. And so I'm able to come around. I'm recording this, Jason, down to the, oh, you're bang on at 42 inches. Well, that's nice and easy. Okay, so 42 inches is higher than what we would have liked to see ideally in that waist area. You do have reducing your body fat composition as part of your goal as a practitioner, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. So we will be keeping a close eye on that. Other things, Jason, I'm going to get you to, we're going to do a push-up assessment. Now, you've done a push-up before?
Yes.
Awesome. For our push-up assessment, if I could just have the mat just for a moment. Now, because you're male, we're going to have you doing it from the toes. Females would do it from the knees. I will demonstrate it from the toes for you because that's what I'm asking you to do. In a proper push-up, we want your hands under your shoulders, facing straight forward, and we want you to be coming down with the elbows close to the body, okay? So the chin is coming really close to the mat, but the belly and the knees and the legs aren't touching the mat, right? So the idea isn't to collapse here and push back up. We want to keep a really nice strong back, stable line throughout. What I'm going to be asking you to do is as many repetitions as you can from your toes. You're going to want to exhale as you're pushing up, okay? Inhale as you're coming down, exhale as you're pushing up. And I really want you to focus on keeping good form. Think about pushing your body towards the floor and away from the floor. And take it at a pace that is comfortable for you. Again, the goal is to do as many as possible. We're testing muscular endurance. Okay?
Okay.
If you feel any discomfort in your back, I would like you to let me know, please. Excellent. So as soon as I start to see breaking form, that's when we will be calling off the exercise, or as soon as you tell me I am done. You're doing great, Jason. Are you done?
That's it.
That's it. All right. Well, that was nicely done. Good job. So I'm just going to write down those 10 repetitions. And we can move on to our next assessment. Did you have any discomfort with that at all?
No.
Okay. So we do have some room to improve on that one as well. After we're done this, we'll take a look at the ratings and see where you kind of rank in terms of that. But I do remember your first push-up assessment was only 4. Do you remember that?
Yes.
I'm pretty pleased with that. All right, our 1 foot stance. So stable floor away from the mat. Let's move this right out of the way. We're gonna test your balance, okay? Arms crossed, chest is high. And what you're going to do is you're gonna pick whichever foot you wanna start with, and you're going to balance on it and lift the other foot up. You're gonna keep it close to your body, but I don't want it touching your body. I also don't want it touching the floor. I don't want it all the way up here. I don't want it all the way up there. Just nice and comfortable, lifting it up. And I'm going to be timing you. I'm looking for 45 seconds at this stance. And if that foot comes and touches the other leg or touches the ground or the other leg starts to wobble and it really isn't so balanced anymore, we're gonna cut it off and call that that. You do have a chair here, so if you do feel dizzy or faint or anything's happening like that, I do want you to use the chair, okay? And if you feel uncomfortable at any point, I would like you to call off the assessment. I'm just going to time this out really quickly. We'll do one leg first and then we'll do the other, okay?
Sure.
So which leg are we starting with?
And
All right. Whenever you're ready, you can lift and go. It's a lot easier if you find somewhere on the wall to focus. Oh, close. All right, you're all done. I don't think that was significant enough for me to call it. It was just kind of a readjustment of the body, but we were close there. So we're gonna see what happens on your other leg. Okay, you were right around that 40-second mark, which is still really good. 45 seconds is where we cut it off because that's literally what we're looking for, is if you can do it for 45 seconds. So we're gonna try the other leg now. When you're ready, and go. All done, you can let it down. I always find it really hard to concentrate when someone's talking to me. The attention's so quiet.
that's okay.
Really, you're just like, seriously, I just need to watch my spot on the wall. All right, we're gonna try this one with our eyes closed. Yeah? Yeah. You don't have to hold it for quite as long. I'm going to give you a chance to kind of settle into the movement. If you touch down in the first couple of seconds, we'll just restart it. But we are going to try seeing what happens when we take out that visual marker of staring at that point of the wall, okay?
Yeah.
And we'll just see what we're able to do. When you're ready. Yeah, not so much. So we got some work to do still, I think. Okay, let's try the other leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's where the chair comes in. Nice work. Yay for not falling over. So you can see how balance can be compromised by different factors. And we want to make sure that you're able to do it in a multitude of different ways. So we actually will be doing some balance work. Okay? Awesome. Next one, last one, especially important for you because of your back condition. We're doing a pre-screen for a back hyperextension. Okay, so a hyperextension test is going to be basically you're lying down, your back is unsupported, you're holding yourself up in the air. I've actually got a diagram that you can see here. This is what it would look like. And what we're looking for is muscular endurance of the trunk extensor muscles. But Before we do that one, because as you can imagine, that's not for everyone, and it's not safe for everyone, we're going to do a pre-screening test. You're going to lie down, and the first thing I'm going to have you do is extend one leg at a time, and tell me if you're feeling any sort of pain or discomfort in that motion. And if not, then we can move on to the next part where we're going to raise the opposite arm and the leg at the same time. And again, looking for pain or discomfort during that motion. Okay? Don't do anything that hurts. Let's get her done. So legs first. How does that feel?
Feels good.
It's fine on the right side as well?
Yep.
All right, so let's stretch out those arms. And we'll do one at a time. Good. How does that feel?
Feels good.
And the other arm? Excellent. So based on this pre-screening, Jason, we would be safe to move forward with doing a back extension test with you if you were comfortable in trying that. That's not something we have to film though. So it's something we can work on together. Okay?
Sure.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching my video. I guess you have to watch my video, but thank you for it. And have a good night.